program is, so I want to check whether this checkbox is checked or not. If not checked, check it and then uncheck it. So this is the one thing I have to check, and maybe checking all the checkboxes. This is our second program. So this also you can do that, right? So let's play around with these things. Then you have a radio buttons. So male and female radio button, and so this is the disabled one, right? So at a time one you can select. So you can get this text also. So how can you check whether the checkbox is checked, radio button is so selected or not, drop down is selected or not? So for that we have to use is displayed, is enabled, is selected methods you can use. So let's use this drop downs check boxes. So how can we check whether this drop down, whether this checkbox is checked or not? So we can use that. I will use this one only. I'll copy and paste. First you should know functional flow, otherwise it's difficult. Okay, Boolean commands demo. Okay, so I have created the browser, and that browser will be driver is the reference. With that reference I am maximizing the browser, and then I am opening the Q automation labs. So I am adding the implicit weight. So I'm creating the object for explicit weight, that is WebDriver weight equal to new WebDriver weight, driver comma duration dot of milliseconds. You can give half seconds, half milliseconds, hours, minutes, anything. So that all these are static methods in the duration class. Now, so I am just waiting for the page title. Then you can so all these are standard methods: get title, get current URL, get window handle methods. Now, so testing menu link. You can see there is a testing menu link. So if you go to dashboard, you are not in the dashboard, home page. So here you can see testing. This is the testing tab. I have to click this. So that is what I have written here. So testing menu link I identified. I am clicking on that so that I can go to next page. So while going to the next page, what I am doing, I am waiting for the next page title. That is what this one. After that, so wait dot until expected conditions, presence of element located. So I am clicking on that tools demo. Okay, so I have to click on checkbox. So tools demo, this header I am verifying. So I'm waiting for that header. Then click on so checkbox. So you have to click on checkbox. Checkbox link. So you can see there is a checkbox link, right? This is the one. So A tag there is href checkbox.php class is there, but I'll directly use link. So link text I'm going to use. Oh, even they have written XPath, but I will write XPath, same XPath. So a tag normalize hyphen space I'm identifying with the so link. Now, so after that, so I have to check, right? I have to click on that first. So we are clicking on that. Then it will navigate to checkbox page. So this page title has changed. Can you observe this checkbox demo? How to get the page title? Go to head tag and look for the title tag. So I'm going to wait for this title. So the title is this the one. Checkbox. So this the one. And then, so now I have to check this checkbox is checked or not. If not checked, I want to check it. Okay. That's my main objective. So input tag ID is there, my checkbox. I'll use ID. So first you need to identify that. So my checkbox. So ID, you can give ID. So if it is not selected, I can write a logic if it is not selected, right? If it is not selected, then I'm going to check it. So I have to write a logic. If so my checkbox is displayed and my checkbox is not selected. Okay, I have to put a negation. This is the negation. How to put a negation? If it is not selected, is displayed and is not selected. So if it is not selected, I want to check it. So if you want to check, just my checkbox dot click method you have to use. So this is the one. See if it is available, present in the page and is not selected, then you click it, then it will check. So then you can check wait dot until expected conditions. So element selection state to be. So element selection state to be you can use. So what is that? So web element and boolean. So the web element is this one and it should be true. It should be selected. So that is what I am looking for that. That's how you can check whether this checkbox is checked or not. If you want to uncheck that, so uncheck the checkbox. So similar you can put if my checkbox is selected. If it is already selected, then what you can do? You can click one more time. So what will happen? If you click one more time, already checked one, it will uncheck. So I'll put some thread.slip for our observation purpose. So 2 seconds, or let me put a 3 seconds. Now you call that the checkbox is going to be unchecked. False you can give. It has to be unchecked. So this is the how you can check whether the checkbox is checked or not. So if any checkbox is not checked, you can just click on that. Whatever the state you want to maintain, you can maintain that. So let's run this program and see what will happen. This is selected, you can use for the any drop downs, any radio button, any checkbox. Even checkbox radio button also this is selected method can be used. See, it checked, unchecked, right? Successfully test case is passed. Now, so you want to check whether this checkbox is checked or enabled or disabled. This checkbox. So how can you check that? See, you have ID CHK3. So based on that, you can check is enabled. Method is there. So first identify that. Checking particular element is enabled or disabled. So you can check. So disable checkbox. Web element disable checkbox 3, right? Equal to driver dot find element by dot id is the one. If so, disable checkbox 3 is enabled or not. So if it is enabled, you can do some action. If it is not enabled, you cannot do any action. So simply I have to say. So otherwise you can write a ternary operators. So you can write boolean result equal to is enabled. So you can say I can put string. So I can write a string. First question mark, right? Question mark. You can write here. So checkbox 3 is enabled. Else checkbox 3 is not enabled. So this is the ternary operator. I hope you remember this. So this is the easy one, right? You can just print the your. So checkbox 3 status is in single line, no brackets, nothing. Easy one. So execute it. It should be disabled, right? So checkbox is disabled. You should get what happened? Something wrong. Oh, bracket, extra bracket, unnecessary bracket. You can see checkbox is disabled. You will get answer because it's disabled. See, checkbox 3 is not enabled. So you cannot perform any action also. So that's if it is enabled, you can do action, either click action. If it is not enabled, you cannot do. So like that, you have to use is enabled method to check any element is enabled or not. You want to check element is present or not, you have to use is displayed. You want to check the particular element is checked or radio button is selected or drop down is selected or not. If you want to check, you have to use is selected method. So these are the very important methods, and so practice very well and go and practice on this website. So you can click on radio button, you can check that radio button also. Similar way, is selected method you have to use even for a drop down also. Whether drop down is selected or not, if you want to know, you can use is selected method. If it is selected, you will see, so true you will get. Like same method, element selection state to be method is the right, that method you can use. You can put a true or false. If it is selected, true. If it is not selected, false you can put. Until we understood some assertions will come in the framework, JUnit and TestNG framework. Until that, we have to so get familiar with if else you can use. Meanwhile, otherwise I have used it here ternary operator. This is called ternary. So this is the condition. If condition is true, you will get this statement. So the question mark part will execute. If condition is false, the colon part gets executed. So this output will store in this result. So it's equal to if else condition. But in single line you are getting everything output, right? So that's why it's more effective. So it reduces the number of lines of code also. That's why use ternary operator wherever you need if else condition. If you want to return through if else, instead of if else you can use a ternary operator. Okay, so with that we are done with all the return type methods, web element methods, select class to select an option from drop down. Last class we have seen, and boolean commands we have seen. Next we are going to work on the links, how to work with links. So that in the next class I'll show you. Okay, so next class I'll write links examples. All the links programs will write. Okay, so we have to write a broken links, broken images. That's the most important. And also I'll give one dynamic links practices. You can practice that also. Okay, yeah, thank you. So see you in next class.